You don't often hear the word cure, but it's being used to describe two experimental Ebola drugs. Both are now being offered to patients infected with the deadly virus.
There's no doubt that this is a major advance. This is something we've never had before.
A study found when patients were treated within 3 days of being infected, 94% of those given the Regeneron drug survived, as did 89% of patients taking monoclonal antibody 114. Results so impressive the trial was stopped. 2 other less effective drugs were dropped, including ZMapp, which was largely developed by Canadian scientists.
All these other treatment, Regeneron, RD114, and everything else that is coming up because ZMapp was a trailblazer.
So what makes these new drugs better? Both require only a single dose. Neither needs to be stored frozen like the older drugs did, making them easier to transport in hot temperatures. Where they differ is in how they fight the virus. Monoclonal antibody 114 uses a single antibody taken from the blood of an Ebola survivor. Regeneron's drug attacks the deadly virus using 3 antibodies. Each can bind to different sites on the virus, increasing the chances of blocking off a mutated Ebola virus.
For the first time, we have something that we can use to directly fight against the virus. And so for me, that's incredibly, it gives me an incredible amount of hope.
The current Ebola outbreak in Congo is the second largest in history, killing at least 1,800 people and infecting about 2,800. Doctors say controlling the spread of the disease has been hampered by militia violence and local resistance to outside help.
So we are hoping that with these new results that show such promise that we can be very convincing now to the community for the population of the DRC to accept to come to the treatment units, because if they come early, their chance of survival is really good.
Still, these new drugs won't get rid of Ebola, but many hope they might help stop these outbreaks from turning into major epidemics. Christine Burak, CBC News, Toronto.